Well, now, Matatu Owners Association have rejected calls for nationwide strike starting on Wednesday. The association said for a genuine strike to be staged, there are procedures to be followed by the association and other stakeholders, explaining that there is always room for negotiations too. Vehicles in the country. Meanwhile, the government has put a halt on the retesting of drivers of commercial and public service vehicles in the country until September the 1st. NTV's Rose Wangoi has the details.
On Wednesday, the country will witness mass protest across different sectors with the potential for major disruptions and a greater impact compared to previous demonstrations. Apart from the Azimio planned protest, Long Distance Drivers and Conductors Association LODCA and the Kenya Long Distance Truck Drivers and Allied Workers Union had issued a 21-day strike notice in response to the mandatory testing exercise conducted by the National Transport and Safety Authority NTSA. With the deadline set to lapse on Wednesday, July 12th, PSP operators supported by long-distance drivers and border operators argued that the retesting is punitive and aimed at frustrating motorists.
Kwa upande yetu kama Matatu Owners Association hatuna mgomo. Sisi ni wenye biashara na hatuwezi tukaingilia kwa mambo ile hatuwezi kuelewa kwa sababu hatujaielewa vizuri.
The alleged strike had caused panic among the passengers as the purported notice had warned that there will be a hike in bus fare as well. Already Kenyans have to dig deeper into their pockets after Matatu Owners Association announced a fare hike of 30%.
Kaongeza fare ambayo itaweza kusustain gari barabarani na iweze isikuwe inamuumiza kabisa mwananchi wa kawaida.
What we're trying to do is just to create an equilibrium where everyone can just do business and create employment. Otherwise, if we don't do that, then we all go home.
But a section of Matatu owners say they will go on with the planned strike.
Isi time ya kuambiwa tubadilishe driving license ama tubadilishe badge kwa sababu maisha already ni ngumu.
Ni kitu gani hiyo tumekosa leo katika hali ya udereva yenye nafanya sasa turudi kwa test? Aya, number 2 nikuulize, mbona imekuwa ni watu wa transport wa masafa marefu lori na matatu ndio narudi kwa test? Kwa nini sio personal?
Meanwhile, Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen has put a halt on the retesting of drivers of commercial and public service vehicles in the country until September 1st. In a statement, Murkomen says, and I quote, the ministry and the stakeholders have agreed on the formation of a multi-agency committee that will, among others, review the grievances raised by the drivers and conductors, a copy of which has been submitted to my office today, July 11th at 3 p.m. End of quote.
We've had discussions since yesterday and today, and we have come to an agreement.
Kwa sasa mimi ningeweza kusema ya kwamba matako yetu yamesikizwa na madereva wa PSV, madereva wa HCV, wale wanaendesha malori, na wote tunaweza rudi kazini kwa sababu tumeweza kusikizwa na kupatiwa muda wa majadiliano ili pia yale ambayo hayajakuwa yamekamilishwa yaweze kukamilishwa kwa muda wa mwezi moja.
Following the talks, it was agreed that the stakeholders shall submit the names of the officials representing all the industry players by August 1st. The CS said 1,847 drivers have so far been retested ever since the exercise started, and only a paltry of 30%, representing 576 drivers, passed the retesting. Rose Wangoi, NTV.